All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect that is pushing their word all four corners of the earth, the truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Kwam Gabar, coming back with another lesson to edify the body of Bahashem, the house of David. And Lord willing, this is an edifying video. You know, we're going into, this is the year of prophecy, and we know that everything is coming to a head, right? Which is what? World War III, famine, pestilence, mark of the beast. These are all prophecies that have been spoken through the holy prophets. And now we see them at the end of this world, end of this age. Esau, because Esau Edom's a so-called white man. He's the ruler of this planet right now because the Lord gave it to him. This is all because of the Lord. Everything is of the Lord. Everything that you see and touch and feel and taste and going through in your life is all of the Lord, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, so I'm going to get into Revelations 13 and 9 and 10. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You guys say, we know who led us into captivity, the so-called white man, the Esau Edom. The Edomites took our people into captivity. You so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indies, Haitians. You're the children of Israel. In the northern tribes too, you Ephraimites, you Puerto Ricans, Dominican Republicans, all the way down to Chile. Those were the children of Israel, right? It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And when Christopher Columbus came over here on the shores of America, he really put that to work. He killed a lot of our people. You know? And it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So whatever happened, whatever has done to our people is going to be done to Esau, Edom, and other nations. You know, we're fishing right now for the elect, but the Lord's going to, after the elect is sealed, Lord willing, we're part of that number that's doing this in truth and sincerity, right? That we have this truth. So like here, it says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So we're patiently waiting for the kingdom of heaven, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to come back and to establish their kingdom on earth. You know, because the kingdom of heaven is perfect up there. So they're going to bring it down here on earth. You know, that's in Matthew 6, the Lord's Prayer, right? So we're patiently waiting to take our enemies into captivity and to put them in subjection, you know, a real rigorous subjection, because they're gonna learn our laws, the laws and statutes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is Isaiah 14 and 2 and 1 and 2. It says, for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai will have mercy on Jacob, you 12 tribes, Judah all the way down to Issachar, you so-called Negroes, all the way down to you so-called Mexicans. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, because our land is in Jerusalem, Israel. That's our land. That's our, you know, the Lord said, you will see it no more. Ever since we came back, since all the tribes came over here to serve a rigorous rule, right? Let me just get it. Jeremiah 50 and 33, which reads, it says, thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, the northern tribes and the southern tribes, were pressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. They refused to let us go to this day. Over 500 years, they refused to let us go to this day because it's prophecy. Everything that you see and touch and smell and taste is prophecy. Everything. Because everything is of the Lord. So that's why the things are happening at a faster pace. Because the Lord said, I will, for the elect's sake, the days will be shortened for the elect's sake. Let me go back to Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus said Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. So we know by process of elimination that the so-called Negroes, right? The Haitians, the Jamaicans, West Indies, we're the southern tribes. And the northern tribes is from Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, all the way down to Issachar. You got Gad and Reuben, which are the native Indians, and the Seminole Indians, right? We're pressed together here in this land because this is our last captivity, right? Let me jump back. Let me go back to Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, because it's all about the Israelites. It's not everything is about the children of Israel. The Lord is only coming back for the children of Israel, not the whole nation, not the whole world. Right? It says, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So the Lord is going to set us in our own land. We can't go back to our own land because the Lord said we'll see it no more again. Let me just get it since I quoted it. That's Deuteronomy 28 and 68. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Egypt means bondage, captivity, slavery. It says, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by way word of I spoke unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Our land. Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. The strangers are the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So we're all going to be in the kingdom. This is all we're going in the kingdom of heaven. In the kingdom of heaven, we're all going to be one people, 12 tribes, but one nation of people. Because the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will write the laws, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, so we'll never go off, we'll never sin. And then we got to teach the other nations our laws, statutes, and commandments, because it's going to be righteous here on earth as it is in heaven. Right? And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them in their place. That's pursuant to Jeremiah 16 and 16. So let me grab it real quick. This is Jeremiah 16 and Salakia brothers. Shit. Here it is. This is Jeremiah 16 and 16. This is what we're patiently waiting for also. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, said Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and they shall fish them. It's talking about we're fishing for the elect. So when the elect is sealed, all hell is going to break loose. All destruction is about to come to Babylon the Great and all over the world. But Babylon the Great is going to get it the worst. It says, behold, this is Jeremiah 16 and 16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, said Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of every holes of the rocks. That's talking about the elites, because they're not gonna be in the destruction. They're not gonna be here in America. They're not here in America, the shores of America. They're in their bunkers. They're all over the world. They're in the space wherever. So we're going to grab them out of their space force. Wherever they're hiding, we're going to grab them up. Here it is right here. Isaiah 14 and 2 says, and the people shall take them and bring them into their place, Jerusalem, our home, because the Lord is going to set us back up in our land. And the people, this is Isaiah 14 and 2, and the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai for servants and handmaids. So we're patiently waiting for slaves, because it's written that the elder shall serve the younger. Who's the elder? Esau, Edom. That's pursuant to Genesis 25:20 all the way down to 26. This is it says, in the house of Israel shall possess them in that land of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai for handmaids, servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to rule over our oppressors. It's written. So if you don't like that, guess what? You're going to get it anyway in the kingdom. But you weren't meant to get it on this side, because we're fishing for the elect. Let me get Isaiah 33 and 1. This is Isaiah 33 and 1. It says, woe to thee that spoils, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When you look up that word treacherously, it means to act treacherously, to deal deceitfully, faithfulness. Who's deceiving our people? Esau, Edom. That's the devil. The devil just means deceiver, false accuser, right? This is Jeremiah 33 and 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, because they took our spoils. They took our women. They killed our children. They raped us. They quartered us off. They did all kind of treacherous bullshit to us. So everything that they did to us, we're going to do to them. This is going back into Isaiah 33 and 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and that wast not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. So we're gonna round them up. We're gonna kill their men and take their women, kill their babies, because it's written. Because whatever they did to us, we're gonna do it to them double. I'm gonna get that and close it out. This is going back into Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. So we're gonna get them. We're gonna get it back. We're gonna get them. I'm gonna get Revelations 18:6. And I think I got a couple more scriptures I'm gonna pull out. This is Revelations 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double, according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. All the lies, treacherously, all the filth, wickedness that they have done to our people, made our people to do wickedly, right? We're going to do the same thing to them, but in righteousness. So they put us into slavery for 500 years. We're going to double that up in the kingdom for 1,000 years. And after 1,000 years, we're going to gather up Esau, Edom, men, women, and children, and we're going to burn them up. Let me get it right here. This is Obadiah 1:18. It says, "In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame." The southern tribe and the northern tribe. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle them in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai has spoken it. So the Lord spoke everything in the word, and everything is coming to a head. The prophecies are speaking off the page, jumping off the page, and we're patiently waiting for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai to come back to set up a righteous kingdom here on earth, and we're going to take all the heathens and put them into slavery. So I'm just going to close it out and give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Stay strong. Stay humble.